Most of us failed in the relationship because we don't know how to communicate in the relationship. And today's episode, we are talking about why communication is so important in a relationship. I would like to invite you to subscribe to our video. Make sure that you click the notification so that it notifies you any day when we upload a new video. Please remember to share this video with your friends, because knowledge, when you share it, it helps a lot of people. So today in the studio, I'm joined by my expert, my colleague, Mr. Mangundu. How are you, boss?
Yes, good afternoon. How was your Sunday?
Very well.
So mine is super wonderful.
I see.
So,
I see.
So now our topic, as you said, communication.
Yes.
So first of all of us, when we enter in a relationship, we become so very excited.
Mm-hmm.
So within that, we don't know whether I will be able, I'm the very person who can communicate to my counterpart properly, or she's the very person who communicates with me properly.
Mm-hmm.
So this, why we chosen the topic, we have seen in society, in each and every corner of the streets, of the house, people, they are killing one another, they are beating one another. Violence does not only start just by nature, it's because of the communications. Once the communication start become difficult between you, it start, a man become violent, a woman become violent. This communication, you see sometimes our children that the upbringing, you will see also sometimes they behave abnormal because of our communication. We parent or we two people in the relationship, this end up everyone feeling affected in terms of our communication. That leads to unhealthy relationship, because exactly. Communication is a key as per norms in the world.
It's true what you're saying, that communication is very important in a relationship. I believe that communication is the key, as you're saying.
Yes.
Because if you cannot able to communicate, then you cannot able to do something together.
Yes.
Because you are failing to communication. One thing that I always like saying is that when you are engaging in a relationship, it means like you are engaging with somebody that is speaking a different language.
Yes.
And you can not understand the language that person is speaking. So what you need to do is that, because if you are a Vambu and you speak Oshkwanyama and I'm a Hembokushu, I speak Thimbukushu, when we comes together, we don't understand each other.
Yes.
So that means there's a lack of communication in
Yes.
between. So when you want to prosper your relationship, you need to develop a new language.
Yes.
So a new language in the relationship, it comes in communication. So when you communicate better, it's when somebody also start to learn you. So communication now, it depends on how are you communicating.
Yes.
How do you communicate in the relationship? How do you communicate when you are sad? How do you communicate when you are angry? How do you communicate when you are not feeling well? How do you communicate when there is death in the family? Communication is very key in the relationship, and you should not hide the feelings so that someone can also learn when you are trying to communicate.
Yes.
I have seen a lot of people that their relationship fail because of lack of communication. They don't know how to establish the best language in their relationship. One is because this woman or this man, they only like to use a you statement.
Yeah.
A you statement is used when you like blaming someone. You just like blaming. You are the one who did this one. You are the one who did this one.
And
you are the one who are doing this one.
Yeah.
You don't accept, you don't interrogate yourself to see where you are doing a mistake. You always like to blame. You always like coming late. You always go cheat. You see, those kind of things. You like to blame.
Yes.
So the moment you have communication that have blaming, then your relationship will end, because blaming communication is not a good communication, but it's a bad communication.
Yes, that's real. That's what kills a relationship. Nowadays, or as we've seen in the society, sometimes we don't understand what brings the danger in the relationship. Keep in mind that in a relationship there are challenges day and night. So sometime before you speak, figure out this word, it will be suitable to my partner, and you ask yourself, if she's the very one who's using this word, how will I take it? So if you have such an understanding, you will be able to use the right word, which will be able to help you. But the moment that you start using the bad word, meaning your relationship, it will not be peace at all. And this, it leads to unhealthy relationship. Gender-based violence comes in it. Happiness will not come in a relationship because of the communications. So, and this does not end sometime. It ends even leading to our children also to behave as parents behave. And sometimes it gives a mistrust in the relationship.
Exactly.
Upon the lovers.
Because even if you look at the day that passed, the Valentine, if you could not able to communicate to your partner to say, babe, hubby, I could not able to give you a gift because I'm in areas, I don't have money to buy you a gift, but the best gift that I can give you today is that I'll be able to cook for you. Communicate to your partner so that your partner understands. Because if you fail to communicate as two, so how would you able to communicate with your children? Because relationship, we are not talking about the intimacy. We are talking about all the extended. How would you able to communicate with your in-law? How would you able to communicate with your friends? How would you able to communicate with your workmate? So if you lack the principle and the basic of communication, then it takes you somewhere. It takes you somewhere where you cannot able to come up. Because if when people start to say to you to say that you are wrong, you feel angry. You get angry. It's like these people, they are abusing you. These people, they don't love you. It's because you lack your introspections yourself, because you don't know how to communicate. So that's why in a relationship, I believe we need to know how to communicate. That's why it's very important to ask for consent. When you want to do something, ask, cross-check to your partner, babe, if I do this thing, what do you feel? What is your take? That is the communication, so that she must also or he must also give the B side of the story.
To add on top of that, as we know that sometimes when we grow up as individual, so that behavior that when you are alone, so when you come in a relationship, you must change that mentality. You are no longer one. Now you are two. So 2 in 1 now. So then you start changing your language of communication. And this, you cannot develop it while you are in a relationship. You develop it as you are growing up, because you will not be alone. You will get somebody who will take care of you, somebody that you will be within a relationship. So if the moment that you have good characteristic, it helps you. And communication is a medicine to everyone. Your husband will admire you, your girlfriend will admire you because of the communication. Because in the communication, if we have good communication, the efforts, whatever that you will do it in the right manner. Because what you do it positive, and your expression always positive. Your progress is always positive. But if you have wrong communication, you cannot be successful in your relationship or in whatever that you will do, because your thought, every time it will be on a negative side. And you don't identify whether this is a right word, this is the wrong word. So those are the very things that I contributed.
It's true, because you find a lot of people that are struggling in a relationship simply because of one term, communication. When they met, they have wrongly communicated. This man maybe wanted this lady for one night stand. And this man lied, communicated wrongly to this woman,
and the lady believed,
giving hope that this man is going to marry this woman. So this woman put her hope inside. It's already a bad communication.
To add on top of that, because the lady will have that belief that this man really he is going to marry me. So then when he reached there,
nothing's
what
happening.
Expected is not coming. So what comes in the brain of that lady? You lied her.
You lied, exactly.
So then at the end of the day, she will start losing trust, and decide to use any word, because she's no longer safe in your hands.
So those are critical things. How you communicate. You will find some people is that when they are in the relationship, let's say I'm with my wife, and something happened. My wife communicated to her family. So that is bad communication. What will happen is that her family, how my wife will communicate to her family, she will able to twist the story so that the family can believe her. And then the moment her family believes her, that family will start to hate me. So when I'll come, they'll say, why do you are not our in-law, because you did ABC, without listening from the B story. And then the good communication is that you need to sit down. The first person that you need to communicate to is the close friend of that person. So this is what your colleague is doing. Could you please able to talk to him?
Yes.
So we need to restructure how do we communicate in a relationship, and we should also know what to communicate.
Yes.
You cannot communicate to my friend that I'm weak in bed.
Yes.
You get it?
So yes, that's embarrassment.
Embarrassment, and then he's gonna give you wrong advice.
Yes.
Those advice.
Yes.
It will make you finding it that you are sleeping with him.
Yes.
It's bad communication. We need to find how to communicate.
Yes.
Those that are watching us, please do not forget to subscribe.
Yes.
Do not forget to click the notification and share this video so that a lot of people can learn from this wisdom. And please do not forget to give us a comment.
Yes.
What are your views on this topic? Why is communication so important in relationship?
So to add on top of that, this topic that we are discussing, these are the very thing that I did yesterday. Because yesterday I was in the whole day in the meeting. After the meetings, I was very exhausted. But at the end of the day, evening, I end up finding the same topic that we are discussing today. So because of the communication, and this, it becomes that the moment that you have wrong communication, the parents that they trusted you, that all of you are safe to one another's hand. So what will come to that? What will come in mind of me, because I'm not communicating well with you? She will report to her parent. At the end of the day, this man will start lose the dignity.
Exactly.
The woman also start losing the dignity. At the end of the day, even it's not that violence which is coming in. They will regard it is that you are mistreating our daughter or our son in your relationship, and all those. This at the end of the day, it affects you, and some external factor will still come in and add on in that bad communication which you developed or established in those period of time.
Exactly. For me, I always said in my conclusion, I want to say that whatever is smelling, whether it's smelling, whether it's rotten, whether whatever, you should communicate.
Yes.
Communicate how you feel to someone. And when you communicate it to somebody, that somebody should also have to accept how you feel. We should not say why.
Yes.
Accept how I'm feeling and guide me to go through.
Yes.
Do not judge me. Do not use it as my weakness, but help me. So it's very important that those that are following us, please comment so that we can see how can we help you better.
Yes. Yes. So sometimes we say, everyone say that no, I'm unfortunate, not in a relationship. I'm not getting a right woman. I'm not getting the right man. You've forgotten that your behavior, the way you establish your communications, it's very dangerous. No one would allow himself or herself to engage with a person who don't know how to communicate. And this bad communication does not end in your room or in your household. It ends even to outsider and to the friend. At the end of the day, it brings you a challenge. You cannot be able to get a man that you cannot be with, or a woman that you cannot be with, because of that. That it requires an introspection to know which term to use to your partner.
Exactly.
So then when there's an issue, don't let it without resolving it on time. The moment that you let it, keep in mind there are other issues that comes on daily basis. Just imagine you fail to resolve other matters in your communication. It's like a poison. Instead of letting your communication to be as healthy communication to come within you, so you lose everything that you wish to establish you to. Those are the very things that we don't look sometimes.
Exactly. Thank you very much for.
So enjoy your day, and I hope next week we'll still have another topic.
Summer place.
Come up with a question. Enjoy your day.